Fubara was too hasty in turning against Nyesom Wike, because Nyesom Wike, Fubara is part of the Nyesom Wike family. That political family, the structures were originally built by Rotimi Amechi, or they were in the same party. Rotimi was, Nyesom Wike was Rotimi's chief of staff. They were in the same political party, same political family. And those structures had endured for years. Now, to dismantle those structures, you need time. But he was too impatient, and he got into that fight too early. Too early because he didn't wait to build alternative structures. He didn't wait to build alternative structures to unseat Nyesom Wike. So, at the time he started that fight, he was not prepared. He was not prepared. And somebody like Nyesom Wike likes the fight. He has always said that he gets excited when he sees a fight. So if you want to fight such a person, you have to be ready and you have to be strong. So he was too hasty. I don't think it was even up to 6 months. It was up to 6 months before he started fighting Wike. So he didn't have structures of his own. He didn't have anything in the real sense of the word, by way of political structures, to be able to supplant this man. Yet, the people around him were people that Wike contributed to his cabinet. I believe that if he had been patient, things would have been patient up to the end of that first term, things would have been different. Again, the support of Mr. President. Mr. President is someone who values loyalty. He has seen that Nyesom Wike has shown tremendous loyalty to him. He was not prepared to sacrifice Nyesom Wike for Fubara. If the president had put his foot down, that look, don't do anything against this fellow, Wike would not have been able to do anything. And the federal support is also significant in this kind of conflicts. So Wike enjoyed the support of the president, which is very, very crucial. If it had gone the other way, Wike would have been forced to leave him alone to complete his term. But the president trusted Wike more than he trusts Fubara. And when you look at it, there were some decisions that were reached. Fubara agreed to do certain things when they met with the president, including presenting a budget before the House. All of these things, those conditions, he refused to fulfill. So that, in itself, made the president to not trust him and made the president to tacitly withdraw support for him. Because if a president intervened in your fight at least 4 times, he intervened, he resolved things, he sent you on suspension, emergency rule, and you still fail to implement some of the resolutions reached with the president, there is no way that you can show the president that he can trust you. The president will start thinking that this person is habitually disloyal and he could do the same thing for me. So the president's support for Fubara was very, very, for Wike was very, very crucial, because without the president behind him, without federal might on his side, the situation would really have been different. That's one. Again, I think that because Wike is not a proper politician, because Fubara is not a proper politician, some of the things that Wike has done now, the total hijack of both the APC and the PDP in the states was done with Fubara simply looking on. And what Wike wanted to achieve was to ensure that there is nowhere Fubara can go. The two dominant parties are in his care. So Fubara would not have gone to PDP, or would not have remained in PDP. But he felt that going to the APC would give him greater insurance. But Wike made sure that he took control of both parties, effectively putting Fubara's fate in his hands. And with Fubara's fate firmly in his hands, of course, Wike continued to turn the screw. So what we have is a situation in which both the PDP and the APC are run by Wike's people, with Fubara effectively shut out. Having been shut out, where does he go? So he has left him in the limbo. He has nowhere to go. So the president had to call him and told him, look, step down from this race, because he will have been humiliated with the entire party's APC party structure in Wike's hands, with the party leadership firmly in Wike's support, having earlier disqualified Fubara's supporters. It was clear who the party leadership preferred to work for. And if they had led things that way, he would have been humiliated in the primary election. So the president sent for him and told him to step down, pleaded with him to step down, because the president would see from afar. And the president knew that there was nothing Fubara could do to win that primary election. Without the party on your side, where do you go?
Absolutely.
All of the people loyal to you have been disqualified. So Fubara agreed, he listened to the president and agreed to step down, effectively conceding defeat to his political godfather. So this is how he found himself where he is. And between now and May next year, when he will leave office, his fate is still firmly in Wike's hands, because the assembly is controlled by Wike. So Fubara will need all the patience that he can muster. Otherwise, if he triggers those people, they may actually impeach him again. They may actually move for his impeachment again. In fact, I was reading some of the comments of his supporters, and Kyo Briggs is saying that the only thing we should be grateful for is that Fubara is still alive. Can you imagine? So if in all of this political strain and disputes, all you can say after this primary election and the outcome is that you are grateful that Fubara is still alive. I don't know. So that's totally conceding defeat and agreeing that Fubara has been annihilated by Nyesom and Wike. But one of the big losses from this is the fact that the Equeres, by the Jaws, have lost this opportunity. the Ikweres are coming back. Having ruled the states for 24 years since 1999, they just had a chance. Now, after what happened, Wike has gone back to pick somebody from Ikwere land. Pick somebody from Ikwere land. And it means that what they just have always asked for is recognition, inclusion, peer engagement, a governance framework that brings them clearly into the picture, may be lost as a result of what has happened in the last few days.